Hi there, Carl Brung here with you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I promise I'll get back to you. Well, I'm not taking you into the time tunnel. I thought I'd just probably have a moment of reflection and talk with you about some things that really bother me. Sometimes I think, like everyone else, about situations that are happening around the world and that happen within your environment as well. I'd like to first of all say a very big thank you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much to everyone who has, and over the past few days, took time out to wish me a happy birthday, Earth Day, as you may say. It was really good. I appreciate it a lot. My granny always says to me, anything you do, whatever it is, say always thank you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Some things were worrying me. Before I was trailing the channel, I've always been looking around YouTube and looking at various presenters and the way they do their work, and believe you me, it's very educational. I'd like to take time out and say big up to people like Woody Meyer. That guy is fantastic. I don't know if you've seen any of his programs. Also Juliet Ryan, who's in the Gambia, doing a very good job. Raphael Nation, Guyanese at home, who's really educating, and also Mudwater, my favorite guy. Very, very good, very informative, and yeah, to the bone. And there are many other presenters I've observed on YouTube, because sometimes I spend a lot of my time going around the channels and not doing anything but listening. And YouTube is a place where you can learn. You learn so much. And it's one way, if you really don't know much and would like to have a bit of knowledge as well, apart from reading, YouTube is good for that. I just came in from an event which really did left me a bit sad, like everyone else would if they would. I went to a funeral, but before that I talk about that. Guyana celebrates 50 years as a republic celebration. Big celebration, big party. 50 years is an achievement, long way to come. And everywhere around the world, I know there are various organizations, the diaspora is coming together and really making that a memorable occasion to come. And I wish everyone a great time and a great success in whatever they do, to enjoy 50 years of being alive, to see 50 years of anniversary. It's good, and it's a long time and a long way to come. I just came back from a funeral, and funerals are things that no one likes to attend. And the funeral, it was my cousin who passed, young, very young, just around 50. He passed because of due to unforeseen circumstances. Can't see much about that, but I took time out to reflect. And while I was at that funeral, one of the things about me, when I go to the cemetery, it's amazing. I tend to get very peaceful when I go to the cemetery. And while they're having the services and so on, I take time to reflect and I look around. And when I look at the way our lives are, we tend to look at and take things for granted. You go around and anger, hatred, crime. And we as human beings, we tend to forget that we need to reach out and care for each other. Today you're here, tomorrow you're gone. I thank God for being to be able to be 63, and a lot of people, I suppose, may not have, and some still have and still alive. But when you look back and reflect on your life and what we need to do to each other to bring home and keep peace, harmony, build love and relationships, we're lacking that quite a lot. One thing I must give mention to Mike Jones. Mike Jones brought, a colleague of mine from the GBC, Mike Jones brought to my attention that 1992, if you look at the calendar, 1992 and 2020, this year, they're actually the same. And it means, like, when you look at that, the days are the same. It's a leap year. Everything's falling into place. And life is a circle. So what goes around, it comes around like that. And so is our lives. Whatever we do will come back to hit us. So we need to take stock and look at ourselves, look at our behavioral patterns, look at the way we treat each other, the way we talk with each other, the way we relate to each other. And one of the things that worry me is that a few, of course, social media plays a lot, and WhatsApp has been flying around. And this case of knife crime, students, I was very shocked when I saw that student with a knife in her back. I mean, why is this has to happen? Why does this have to happen? When kids and students, you go to schools. Your school is a place of learning. You leave your home, you go to learn. You don't go to, get involved in the fights and carrying knives. I think we need to stop and look at this here. And students, young people, your life is worth more than gold. You've been blessed to be alive. We have a purpose. You are the generation. You are the people of tomorrow. Admittedly, we're in the new generation and things have changed. The days when I was going to school, when we all went to school, we fight. We did have quarrels. But tomorrow we're back with each other again. We sit and we talk and we exchange views and we have a relationship. And our youths of today need to be aware and wake up. Look at life positively. You each have got something to offer. You're tomorrow's generation, so there's no need to be involved with knives. I mean, teachers are there to educate and teach you, but I am not saying teachers are maybe wrong, because I know some teachers are culprits at time, if I use the term, because they can be aggressive when they want to. But then again, it comes again to domestic problems. People have problems at home and then they take it there. Again, kids may see what their parents are going through at home, may have domestic problems, and then you take it there and you go into school and you're triggered because of what you see at home. So it's something we need to look at very, very much across the board. Parents, I know it may be hard for you, but you need to also teach and learn and educate your children. Let them be the examples. You be the example, so they'll be tomorrow's example for tomorrow's youth again, those that are coming on. So we have a job, we have a purpose, we have a purpose in life. And I think we need to really take stock of our behavioral patterns, the way we talk to people, the way we relate to people, the way we answer people, even in business places. We treat people like dirt. And as I said, looking today at the funeral, I went to other funerals, but when you look today, you're here, tomorrow you're gone. You may have millions, you have all the material things, it's nothing. You have to go and leave it, it's there. Dust you return, dust you came, dust you return. So, to each and every one of you, I'd say, do take stock of yourselves. Look at the way you treat your fellow man each day, the way you treat your neighbors, the way you talk to people. Yes, you will be angry. Yes, there are things that will affect us. We're human beings. We are human. It will affect. But always think before we act. And we need to stop and say, hey, what is to say I'm sorry? Okay, I'm wrong. Do forgive me. Excuse me. Let's bring back the ways that we would treat each other in a very human form and with respect. And until we meet again, once again, it's always been a pleasure being with you. And I will endeavor to keep informing you where I can with whatever comes around. That's important. So be good and stay positive. Be good.